Welcome back to some more Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. And we made it back to town, to Rabanastre here, last episode, and we walked around, talked to NPCs, bought a couple things, read the bestiary. So it was basically an episode of nothing. We didn't really get too much done, but hopefully that changes this episode. We're going back to Lowtown. I believe that's where we need to go to advance plot. And whatever. So, here we go. Real quick. Psych, we're not going here. We're not going to Lowtown. Tricked y'all. I got y'all good. What a prank. No, I almost forgot. I need to go fucking talk to the person who put up that flyer in the little the sand sea. The sand sea. Okay, so the person I need to talk to is in Lowtown. Okay. Lowtown, yeah, I like Lowtown. You got your South Sprawl in the south, and where are we again? Oh right, the North Sprawl. Saw a man scolding his daughter over near the stair to the east end the other day. Don't know why I remember that. I think this is the person I need to talk to. You've come about the bill? Wonderful. I had started to think I posted it in vain. I'll not mince words. A child has shut himself inside this house because he's frightened of a ghost he says he saw in the neighborhood. He said he'd come out of it. I got rid of this ghost, so I went looking for it. To humor him, you see. Imagine my surprise when I found it was real. There was no way I could deal with it on my own, so I needed to call in a hunter. Will you accept this ghost for me? Thank you so much. I saw this ghost in the Garamsith waterway, just down through Storehouse 5. It's an apparition called a wrath, and I think it came to avenge the cruel slaying of rats and other poor denizens of the waterway. I'm not pointing fingers. It doesn't really matter who did these things. But this apparition is here, and it must be dealt with. I leave it to you. Yeah, I'll do it when I do it. Locked himself in the house for fear of a ghost, has he? I might have mentioned before, but that is the house the man who fled Nalbudus lived in until he fell ill and passed away. Were it me, I would be more frightened to be alone in there. You've come to make a purchase, yes? Oh, my apologies. My store has no wares fit for children, I'm afraid. Fuck you. Back before the war, I led a fine life, but in the city. I hate to think of them using my wealth to strengthen the Imperial Army. The Imperial smashed the lock on Miguelo's storehouse back when those thieves snuck into the palace. It's been open ever since. No fair! She saw Vane arrest those thieves, and I didn't get to see a thing. She didn't see who they caught, though. All those Imperials kept getting in the way. People have high hopes for Vane, but I say they're being rather naive. It takes more than a well-meant words to rule a city. The people that live up in the city don't care what happened before, so long as they're good and comfortable now. Vane tells them that they want to hear. Vane tells them what they want to hear, and they eat it up. He probably has them going on about how great he is already. Vane. Oh, that new console. What just come? The whole lot are the same to me. The grown-ups told me all about how come we have to live underground. I think I've heard this before. Aw, and I done did my best listening ever to find out all that. Oh well, maybe next time. What's so funny? Just saw a man with a beard you wouldn't believe. Didn't look half bad on him either. A refugee maybe? Who can say? Had a few other people circling him in. They disappeared down the halls up north. I think again referring to Balthier. Look, now isn't the best time, okay? Things are a little tense. If you need something, come back in a little while, once things have settled down. Come in, come in. I've many fine blades on display. Forge each and every one myself. Look them over, but they're not for sale. I think I know why you people are staying in Lowtown. Antidote. The south sprawl is at the bottom of the map, and the north sprawl is at the top. That's how maps work. Stupid. Shit. I might attempt that wrath. Might not be the easiest thing to do with just one party member. Hope the game gives me an autosave. It's over here. The Imperials smashed the lock on McGillow's storehouse back when the thieves snuck into the palace and lived ever since. Alright, here we go. Oh, there it is. This is that saved. Did the game autosave? Glass jewel. I just don't know if the game saved. I got a glass jewel though. Autosave game. It might have autosaved when I first walked in there. I just didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention. Alright, there we go. Autosave. And I get to keep the item I stole. Oh. Okay. Oh shit. Doomsday. Attack faster? Let me try something here. Don't use it on Vaughn. How can I use this on the enemy? There we go. That was 120 damage. Don't do that. I think that would be actually healing them. No, that did damage. Alright, I gotta try using the Phoenix down, because it's not doing enough damage. I mean... That's fine. Yeah, that's... Whatever. I get a game. Alright, make sure to load up the autosave. Where's the thing I stole? Van stole glass jewel. I have remedies. I don't think remedies work with Doom though. Yeah, just blind, poison, silence, and slow. I'm trying to steal, but I have stolen from it. But it's like I'm not. Where's the item at? Is there like an inn here? Did you know this water all comes from the big river in the Dalmasca Ester Sand? It runs right through Lowtown on down into the sewers. I heard there are ghosts living down in those sewers too, way too deep inside and real hard to get to places. Yeah, I just got my ass kicked by one. Do you ever wish there were more ways to get up to the city? Sometimes I feel claustrophobic down here. I can't believe he's still alive. Sorry, just talking to myself. Promise me something, would you? No matter how hard things might get, never give up. No, long as you don't give up, there's still hope. See that man squatting down talking over there? They say he used to be a sky pirate. He always seems so calm and in control. But there was this one time he seen someone and his face went white as a sheet. You think he's seen a ghost. No money, no job. I'm bored to tears. One of my regulars had an unexpected guest drop in. Weird fellow. Couldn't quite place him. Anyway, you here to buy something, kid? You ever wish there were more ways to get up to the city? Sometimes I feel claustrophobic down here. I feel sorry for the guy telling stuff in the courtyard. No one ever buys from him. I won't let that happen to me. I'm gonna be rich. You ever find yourself down in the sewers? Watch yourself, boy. They're crawling with creatures. You especially want to watch out for elementals. Don't linger in any one place too long, and you should be able to avoid them. I remember when you could get up to Westgate through that door, but it's broken now. Bet the Imperials did that too. Potion. Vane's manner disgusts me, laying a trap for the anti-Imperials as he did. Who knows who'll be the next person to fall into one of his traps. I know there are many in Lowtown who would like nothing more than to see Rabanastre rid of the Empire. Hope they have an eye for traps. You ever wish there were more ways to get up to the city? Arr, Vaughn. Haven't spied you around the city in a long time. Kites and me were starting to wonder what happened to ya. You seem the same as ever. You here to see old darlin'? We're trying to solve a mystery. There was the suspicious guy or bloke before. We want to work out who it is. So there was this weird band, and this group of tough-looking guys came up and took him off somewhere. Smells pretty funny to me. Vaughn, is that you? It's been so long I hardly recognized you. Did something happen? I saw some people pushing this scuffy-looking man around a little while ago. Looked like they didn't want to be seen. What's that all about? I just hope everything's alright. Maybe old Dala knows something. After seeing the Imperials capture those thieves, it hit home how easily any of us in Lowtown could be rounded up and taken off if they wanted to. The Empire's protecting us. It must mean they think we're important enough to protect, right? Otherwise, why would they bother? I barely make enough to get by, but I should count myself lucky. Some of my friends, they can't even find work. My daughter won't talk to me lest we come to some sort of the way place like this, some out of the way place like this. Say it's not right to the kids what lost their moms. Did the Empire invade so we would be forced to live like this? If you ever need to hear a kindly word, old Darlin is always willing to give advice to those who ask. Darlin. Back when they were moving freight and caravans from Giza Plains through Southgate, they must have needed doors this large to pass through. Pity this is the only one that still works. Old dialogue. Old Darlin's place. Okay, we've made it. About fucking time, Blake. Hi, Vaughn. How you been? Haven't seen you around in a while. Something happened to you? Old Darlin sure did seem worried.
Well, look who we have here. Heard you were sent off to Nightbinner.
And I got out of there as fast as I could. But it was all worth it, Dallin. Here, look at this.
My. Quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye. Vaughn, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that Kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dallin, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
And so it is done. But will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
Sword of the Order. Can I equip it? Probably not. A sword signifying a place among the Order of the Knights of Damascus. Dallin has tasked you with this delivery. Well, my boy, is the mark on your map not big enough for you? I should think you know the North Sprawl well enough, no? Dallin may be old, but he's no fool. When he asks you to do something, you can be sure that he has his reasons. Why don't you just deliver the sword to him yourself? Oh, Dallin, write something on your map. I want to see. Philos sent us up here to see what happened to that strange man that disappeared. She says sky pirates have to pay attention to that sort of thing. I got where he went off to narrow down to the alley to the west of here. I got where he went off to, narrow down to the alley west of here. And he's too scared to go look. Come in, come in. I have many fine blades. You can't have any of them, though. Fuck off. Just look at it. Look at my cool collection of blades and be jealous. What's so funny? Just saw a man with a beard and you wouldn't believe. Didn't look half bad on him either. Nah. A refugee maybe? Who can say? Had a few other people circling him in. They disappeared down here. They disappeared down the halls up north. Okay. I'm supposed to deliver something to a man. Name of XII? This is the place, right? And who has it? And who has it told you that? And who what? Oh my God! Why can't I read? And who was it told you that? Oh, Donald. He said I'd have to give this to him personally. Does nothing get past that Donald? He has ears in every wall. Alright, get inside, but not a word of what you see or hear in there. You got that? The traitor redeemed. Oh, it's just this.
What do you make of Andor's proclamation? Are you suggesting they fooled even the Marquis?
What if a judge killed the king, not the captain? That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
Now there's the Bosch that I remember.
Then will you fight again at my side? His word alone convinces me of nothing.
I'd take his word over that of a mouthpiece Marquis.
Then you name Rex liar with him.
My brother was no liar!
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our past will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vane, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Andor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains? Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosch. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a cage. The eyes of the Resistance watch unblinking.
Let them watch. I know something of cages.
That's right. Amalia's in the Resistance.
Then you know her.
Sorta. We met just before we got sent to Nalbina. I've known nicer people.
Our paths keep crossing, yours and mine. It's more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry. Allow me one last annoyance, a favor to ask. I want you to take me to Balthier. Even caged birds need wings.
This makes us even.
Even?
For Nalbina. We couldn't have done it without you.
Bosch joins the party as a permanent party member? Not just a guest? It seems that way. Okay, well, why the wait? Why did you have to make me wait to be able to do shit with them? I guess maybe the game just wanted me to have multiple party members with me. instead of having to pick 2 of the 3, or I should say 3 of the 4. Yeah, instead of having to pick just 3 and leave one person out, the game would have liked me to have all 4 being able to fight in the battles and whatnot. So I'm thinking that Anya girl, whatever her name is, I'm guessing she'll become a permanent party member at some point as well. Well, Bosch, you definitely fit the description for a warrior. Right now you have a mithril blade, bronze helm, bronze armor. Or a knight, I should say. Shields 1, swords 2. Doesn't have swords 1. Yeah, you're gonna be a knight. My knight in shining armor. You need accessories. I thought I had some level 2 shields. Bosch needs to be in hiding right now, I guess. I heard you and Boss, your friend, talking, trying to find some transportation, eh? Well, with money or the right connections, that would be easy enough. You might try looking up in the city for someone headed the same way as you. Let's talk to the old man one more time. Real quick. Ho, you found the captain. I'll see where Penelo has run off. Though it will, a sky pirate, you say? This is news to me, but if I know of my sky pirates, I can venture a guess as to his whereabouts. Getting a drink and a meal, I should think. A sword of the Order of the Knights of Damascus. Why give this to you now, of all times? A friend of mine ran into Vera out front of the Sand Sea. I don't know exactly what happened, but he sure thinks it's a big deal. Your friend just became a man. That's the deal. Also, I need to heal. Because Vaughn is still doomed. He is still doomed to die right now. This might heal me up. We've made it.
A lot of kids lost their parents in the war. Mine had already died before that. The plague took them both.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay. It's been 5 years now. After that, I lived with my friend Penelo and her family. Then the war came.
I am sorry.
You don't have to keep apologizing. Really, it's alright. I know it wasn't your fault. I see that now. You didn't kill my brother. It was the Empire. My brother trusted you. And he was right.
As I said, a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? What I am understanding is it took Pinello because of you.
What? What about Pinello?
No, Vaughn. They've taken Pinello. Then there was a note for this Balthier. Come to the Museum of Mines, it said.
It's Begamnon. He was in Nelvana.
If anything were to happen to that sweet child, why, I've her parents' memory to consider. You're going to go to her aid, and that's that. That's what you Sky Pirates do, isn't it?
I don't respond well to orders. You do know that the Imperial fleet is massing at Bujerba?
Fine, then I'll go. You at least have an airship, don't you? Just get me there and I'll find Pinello myself.
I'll join you.
Huh?
I have some business there as well.
An audience with the Marquis, by chance?
Balthier, just take us, and this is yours.
The guards are toying with us.
Make yourselves ready. We leave soon.
Right.
Cool. Algamon's note can only be referring to the Lushu mines in Bujerba. We'll leave at once. When you're ready, meet me in the aerodrome. I should imagine it's still by the west gate. We weren't in Nalbina all that long. Do be quick. I'd like to save your girl and be rid of this headache as soon as possible. I need to go back to the weapon and armor shops for my good friend Bosch. Yeah, I'll just say that I do believe Bosch is innocent of everything that happened. I mean, we kind of saw as much in that hazy flashback that was shown a few episodes ago. But yeah, I guess but you know, when we first saw the scene, it definitely showed Bosch acting strange and stabbing Rex. But I don't know what to believe. I mean, I believe there was something going on there. I believe maybe Bosch was like mind controlled or something. Heavy armor 1. I guess he's using the sword that that old man gave him. That's right, I got that new bow for Fran. And I guess what? I can't equip it. That's right. Stupid. She can't. I haven't been upgrading her ability to use bows because she's a black mage. So damn. Yeah, the only thing I can unlock new staves for her to be able to use. Well, I wasted money on that bow, but oh well. I'll keep it for now. Alright, well, this is where I'm going to end things for now. So until next time, after I save this game. Okay, bye. Have a beautiful time.